What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Real Talk, and it's Wednesday, so we have a review for you guys for a little movie you might have never heard of. And it's right here. It's called Good Will Hunting. So yeah, it's one of these movies that was on my list of like movies I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
So I finally got around to see it, and after she's been on me all this time, so yeah,
What'd you think?
obviously it was a great movie.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you didn't like it.
No, I loved it. I loved it. And again, just like with Lost in Translation, I can't believe why I've never seen this movie. You know, especially
Yeah.
because it's so amazing. You know,
It just kind of like slid by.
It's one of those movies that I've heard about. You know, obviously, but I just kept slipping by with all the newest stuff coming out. But I'm glad I finally watched it. So one of my quick little notes. I don't know why I have. Do you like apples?
What?
Do you remember that line? He said, "Do you like apples?"
Oh.
How do you like these apples? That was pretty cool. But starting off, I want to talk about the cast. What a fucking amazing cast it is. Even like Casey Affleck, who's like he was kind of a small role back then, but like look at him now.
I know.
Winning for best actor. It's like wow. But anyways, he came a long way. But yeah, it just has a stellar cast. Like I said, Casey Affleck, his brother comes out. Ben Affleck comes out. Obviously, Matt Damon, Robin Williams, and Stellan Skarsgård. And they're all amazing. Like it's just a great cast, great acting. I was blown away. Minnie Driver, right?
Mm-hmm.
She comes out as well. She's so good. And obviously the chemistry work. This movie, like, I'm like still like hyped. She hasn't said anything, but like
I'm
this
just letting
movie,
you
like
let it all out.
fuck, like it just took me in. Like I honestly, even after, because this is one of the movies that put everybody on the map as far as like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. But like knowing how big of a stars they are now, Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah.
I still didn't see the actors. Like that's how good the acting was for me. Like I didn't see them. Like I saw the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jesus Christ. Like this movie's so like. Was it nominated?
Yeah, it was nominated.
For best best original screenplay.
Best original screenplay and Robin Williams. Yeah, Robin Williams
best actor, he won,
Best
right?
supporting actor.
Oh my god, this scene! I honestly was tearing up. I was about to cry. Guessing what scene? There's a lot of great scenes though.
It wasn't your fault.
Oh man, that was one of them. I wasn't tearing up in that one though. It was almost right in the beginning when.
Wait, was it when Robin Williams is like telling him like all the shit that he doesn't know shit about when they're in the park?
Yeah, when they're in the park, it says, "Wait, scene in the park."
That's a great.
Look at my emoji, like a crying heartbreak. Like oh my god, like.
That's a great.
I'm so glad he
scene.
won for best supporting actor. I don't even know who was nominated, but I don't care. He deserves all the Oscars. He was. Man, it was so bittersweet seeing this. And I feel like I'm happy I never saw this before. Because it was just a performance of his I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And now that, he passed away, like,
It
I don't
made
know.
me miss him.
Yeah.
Because,
definitely.
I watched it.
I
I watched it again. Because, it wasn't my first time watching it. But I watched it again. And it definitely made me miss him. Because I think this is probably the first movie that I've seen since he passed with him in it.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I'm lying. But it made me miss him.
Yeah. Since then, I've seen Insomnia and Aladdin. But anyways, but yeah, man, it was like I said, it was a bittersweet to see him because I've never got to see this performance out of him, and I'm so glad I did. And like, yeah, like it made me bummed out because he's not able to be here and give us another great performance. But other than that, I got to move away from the acting. Wow, what a great freaking screenplay! Like the dialogue, everything was great. Like I said, these characters are well built. You actually care about these characters, And this movie kind of reminded me of the recent movie that came out, Gifted.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go check it out. So it's Chris Evans, directed by Mark Webb. Because it deals with with the same thing. The little girl's like a genius, and his father tries to have her have a normal life and stuff like that. But obviously, this that was inspired by this. But it's so great to see his struggle, because I don't know what happened.
No,
Let me see.
in your.
But anyway, it's not. It was a well balance of why he didn't want to do that, because of his what he's been through, and I don't know. I'm just talking way too much about this. I fucking love the movie. What are you?
Well,
what
I
are
can
some
tell
of those
that you liked it. I told you you had to watch it.
Yes.
It's one of those movies that you can't not watch in your lifetime if you love good acting and a good storyline. Because it's just amazing. I love movies that focus on stuff like that. Because obviously it is sort of like an underdog story where he's, you know, he's just this kid. He's a troubled kid, troubled youth. But he's brilliant. Like, he's bloody brilliant. And it just comes out of him so naturally, you know? And I think that's what I loved about it. That it was just, like, I guess, like, in a form that it's not... It's relatable. Not that everyone's, like, a brilliant mathematician or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's still relatable because it's just about a teen.
Yeah.
Just,
he's in the film, he turns 21, right? Mm-hmm. Like, wow. Like, I thought he was, like, in college and stuff like that. But obviously he's not. He's working as a janitor in the college.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, we can't say enough about Robin Williams.
Yeah, man. Oh my God. Even that scene too. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Like, both perform. Like, wow. Like, they're.
You just have to be like, oh, you have to hold it for a second.
I was in awe. Like, just how captured I was, you know, like inside the movie in that moment, you know. Now it was so heartbreaking too, because
it's just the dialogue that was so good. Even the part where they're at the bar and one of the guys is trying to hit on Minnie Driver character, and he goes up to him and tells him like his whole fucking life that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's just a great scene. Like, man, it was just that's what showed you that they had something going with the dialogue. It was just gonna be great. Yeah, like
it was one of the earlier scenes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So ever since like that popped up, you just knew it was gonna be great.
Like, it kind of gave you a little preview of what, you know, and just like a lot of little things that they put it in the film. Like, I don't know. I noticed that like every time Ben Affleck goes, he has his coffee for him. You know, like everything. Like, there's so many little details I appreciated about the film, and why I felt like these guys really thought about this film and thought about everything, the characters, even their friends. Casey Affleck, I don't know who the other gentleman is, but they were pretty great too. Yeah. The whole oven mitt, the baseball mitt, that whole scene was fucking hilarious. But and that's what I had too. I had good comedy, but you know, not too over the top. It wasn't like a slapstick, you know.
Yeah.
Comedy, but
Robin Williams still brought his signature.
He still was funny, but man, this was.
But it just showed him how he could change to being talking about something so serious, and then he could just be like, he would say.
I think this is the first film, if I'm not mistaken, I heard him cuss and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe in Insomnia, I can't really remember.
Maybe.
But yeah, going to my other notes, great acting, great dialogue, all this stuff. I liked how Matt Damon's character and Robin Williams' character, they were kind of like opposite from each other. Mm-hmm. If I can, like, they fit well together, and like obviously Robin Williams is like an older guy, you know, he lost his wife and all that stuff, and I feel like Matt Damon's barely, obviously he's younger too. It just felt like their characters blended in so well, and like I think they both needed each other.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I thought that.
And I liked it because it shows that sometimes I liked it that it like showed that sometimes you need a friend. Yeah. At a moment that you don't know, but it doesn't necessarily have to be someone that likes the same things as you or is like
your best
age.
Friend, like, you know, exactly.
It could be a teacher or someone older than you, and I mean, it's a great relationship that they started, you know. Yeah. And it was just because Robin Williams was like, he knew what angle to hit him like at, like how to get to him. Like, I know, like he knew how to deal with him and stuff. Yeah. Because they show like how many therapists he like goes through. And Robin Williams is the only one that was like,
able to get to
I can do it. Yeah. And then they show like kind of like the battle, I guess, that they had between Robin Williams' character and
Stellan Skarsgård, yeah.
Yes, which also played phenomenal. I loved him.
Yeah, he was really good.
He was great. Yeah. He was amazing. But they also show like how they were like growing up, going to school together, and like he was actually like the smart, like he became this like huge professor and stuff. But I enjoyed that too. Like, it was just great. Like, every part of the story. And then, obviously, it did have the love story aspect between Minnie Driver's character and
I went to go see About a Girl or something, right?
Yeah, so it's like, it had all these different things in it, but they still made it work. Yeah. And it's just an amazing film, honestly. I think it deserves everything that it got, all the praise that it's gotten.
And I'm so like now watching it, I'm so ashamed of myself. Like, why haven't I seen this? You know. And I think based on our list, if you haven't watched that video, we made a video covering the top movies that we haven't seen. This was on it. And I'm looking forward to watching all the other ones.
Yeah. Because it's just those movies that are like up there that you have to watch.
A timeless classic.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
That you have to definitely watch. So overall, what do you think is your score?
Gosh, I honestly thought I was going to get a perfect 10. But I forget right now some of the little negative things that I had with it.
You didn't have. You did have
another great scene too that just popped up. Basically, when they break up, Minnie Driver and Matt Damon. Man, when he said, "Oh, I don't love you" or whatever, like, man, that hit me too. Like, fuck,
that was
like,
a heartbreaker.
Because like that's what I keep saying about the relationships and the acting. How even though it wasn't like one of the main points, it was one of the parts of it. They're acting and like they made it so believable, and like just drew you in their relationship. So when that happened, it was like crushed me. Like, oh man, like come on, man, like. But it made sense for his character. Like Robin Williams said that he kind of did that on purpose because he was hurt in the past and he was kind of, so. But overall, I think I give it a 9.5.
Okay.
9.5.
Pretty good.
Gosh.
I mean, yeah, it gets an A+ in my book. I mean, it's one of my favorites. I mean, I've loved it. And I remember when I watched it, I was super young because I think my parents rented it. Yeah. And I was like 9, and I thought it was really boring because I was 9.
Yeah, definitely.
But then I remember I saw it again as like a teenager. Like I think I was probably like 15, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Yeah, like I was like, wow, this is amazing. I put it probably it's like one of those stories, kind of like I don't know if you've seen Basketball Diaries. With Leonardo DiCaprio.
Obviously, no.
it's those movies that just pull you in because the characters become so real. Yeah. That you can't even distinguish between like, are they faking or like are they being for real? Like is this even acting anymore? But yeah, it's a great movie, so I highly recommend for anyone.
Yes, definitely. If you have not seen it, please do yourself a great favor. If you love film, this is a must watch.
Or if you're a fan of Robin Williams.
Oh yeah, Robin Williams.
Just blow your socks off.
The bittersweet moment.
Yeah,
we definitely recommend it.
Yeah, definitely highly recommended. So it's approved from both of us.
Yes, highly approved.
Yep.
But anyways, guys, that was a review for Good Will Hunting. So yeah, stick around for more of our videos, more of our reviews every Wednesday, and catch you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.